he might not be thinking that, because that's how I think about Carlos Mencia. He was so wrapped up into listening to other comedians and like taking particularly apparently he took a lot of material that wasn't quite worked out yet, and he worked it out like for them and then did it and make money. But that's the idea, is I think he got wrapped up in that so much that he didn't realize there was another way.
What do you mean?
Like that he could just write his own fucking material, because apparently he does that. He writes his own material now, and he's pretty good because he had great delivery. That's the thing. He has great delivery. And that's one thing I want to mention real quick while you're looking it up, is I don't understand how in all of art, there's one aspect of art where it's okay to steal because that's what people do and that's what they accept. And that's music. People steal in music by being only cover bands and making money and stuff, and it's acceptable. Like think about
that's a good point.
Think about what's the show called that they've been doing? Fuck. America's Got Talent. Mm-hmm. America's Got Talent. If you go on as a comedian, you have to have your own material. Let somebody hear you do material of another comedian. You're not getting past, especially because Howie Mandel's right there. You know, he's going to give you a bunch of shit. Go on and be a painter and just kind of paint all the stuff that's already been painted. They're going to be like, that's not talent. You're just recreating what it is. But if you go on as a music, as a singer or a performer, a music performer, you're expected to play a cover.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Isn't that ridiculous? And Howie gave this one band a few years ago shit for doing their own material, for doing their own songs.
No way.
And he's like, why aren't you smart about this and do your own cover? And I said, what we should do is get somebody we know who kind of doesn't give a fuck, but can deliver comedy and do all of Howie Mandel's material. And tell him to his face, and not expect to go past, and tell him to his face that is exactly how he says that they should do with music. That's bullshit. You should come up with your own goddamn music. You know, it should be your music. It's just like I understand performing at a low level other people's music to get used to performing, because that's what you do in band when you're in high school. You play other music. The band director isn't expected to make a bunch of music, you know, compose music. You know, you play a bunch of music so you get used to playing the instrument. If you're America's Got Talent, that means you have a talent. You're not building a talent, you have a talent. So you also should have the talent to make music, not just recreate some other music, to play Freebird again or what the fuck ever.
I agree.
It's out of control. It's the only art form that we accept that from. It literally is the only. I mean, people give Kobe Bryant shit for being exactly like Michael Jordan, and it's like, because that's smart, because it's a sport. You find the best person and do exactly what they do.
That's not really the same as art, though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not art. It's a sport. There's a goal. The goal is not to be unique or to impress people. It's to have results. Mm-hmm. Have the basket the ball go into the basket as many times as possible.
Right.
And more than your opponent. That's the goal. The goal isn't to be unique.
If you're a basketball player getting compared, saying somebody's ripping, or you're ripping Michael Jordan off,
be like, good. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
I mean, I would love to say, well, not
thank you.
Well, no, I can't equivalate. All right. If somebody said you are ripping off like the best camera operator or the best audio engineer, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the results.
Not art. Yeah. It's not an art.
It is and it isn't. I always make the joke that photography.
But what you're talking about is the operation of the camera.
Yeah.
The successful operation of the camera.
Right.
So, I mean, because you have those things where it's like
a mixer,
because think about it, it's the difference between the guy that shot, like, let's say, like the camera operators that shoot like the Grammys or something. Mm-hmm. Those guys are theoretically should be the best, and they shoot the right angles. They kind of anticipate what's going to happen with the performers, and they get the right angles so the editor can then use their art to edit what's going on, to switch between cameras,
Right.
and they use their art. The camera operator is not an artist.